Welcome to 2026. We're standing at the intersection of two radical opposing forces. On the left, look at the cold blue circuit. This is agentic acceleration, where machines are beginning to think and buy on our behalf. But look to the right. That warm cup of coffee represents analog resurgence. As technology accelerates, humanity is hitting the brakes. This is the algorithmic paradox, a dual reality where you must simultaneously master the machine and court the human. This polarization creates a chaotic executive landscape. We're dealing with three distinct fractures. First, the Cust-Bot, a machine customer that buys based on logic, not billboards. Second, the regulatory floor. Notice the broken chain, where the collapse of tracking has killed surveillance marketing. And third, the friction paradox, where humans are actually rejecting seamless tech in favor of agency. The challenge isn't just selling, it's engaging cold agents and skeptical humans at the exact same time.
Let's zoom in on the machine customer, because this is a fundamental species change. Look at this shoe. To a human, on the left, it's about vibes, aesthetics, and social signaling. But cross that center line. To the machine customer of 2026, that shoe is simply a set of Boolean parameters, price-to-value logic, stock status, and sustainability ratings. The machine doesn't have brand affinity, it has programmable relevance. If you aren't visible to its code, you don't exist. This commerce doesn't happen in a store, it happens in the plumbing. These are the new protocols: AP2, UCP, ACP. Follow the flow from left to right. A user has intent, buy a camera, but they aren't browsing Amazon. They hand that intent to an AI negotiator. That agent dives into the trust layer and discovery layer, executing an autonomous purchase without a human ever seeing a product page. This is the invisible infrastructure of the agentic economy. Because no humans are involved, the speed of commerce shifts from minutes to milliseconds. We are moving from ad creative to rules of engagement. Look at the negotiation in the center. Millions of these happen a second. Your brand success is now measured by a new KPI, share of model. How often is your product recommended inside the invisible context window of an LLM like GPT-5? If you aren't in the training data, you aren't on the shelf. This kills the traditional search engine as we know it. We are moving from SEO to GEO, generative engine optimization. The days of 10 blue links are over, replaced by the single AI answer card you see on the right. This is a winner-take-all environment. You don't want a ranking, you want the citation. You need to become the source of truth that the AI synthesizes to answer the user's question directly.
So, how do you speak to these machines? You need a Rosetta Stone. To a human, your site says, "We sell organic coffee." To a crawler, that's fluff. You need the code block on the bottom, schema markup, and JSON LD. This is the language of high information gain. By tagging your organization, your FAQs, and your products with rigid structure, you turn your brand into a database that machines can trust and ingest. While we build for bots, the old ways of tracking humans are hitting a literal dead end. The privacy sandbox failure and the enforcement of the EU AI Act have created a regulatory reckoning. The road we've driven on for a decade, third-party cookies and pixel tracking, is closed. You can no longer rent your audience from Google or Meta. You have to own your infrastructure through server-side tagging and sovereign first-party data. Now, let's pivot to the human response. As algorithms get smoother, humans are getting suspicious. We call this the friction paradox. Look at the table: a flip phone, vinyl records, a handwritten note. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a rebellion. Humans are associating seamless digital experiences with manipulation. They are actively seeking resistance and dumb technology to reclaim a sense of agency over their attention. This rebellion is changing our aesthetic entirely. The era of the curated, perfect NPC apartment on the left is over. It feels fake. We are moving toward reality, the messy, chaotic, bed-rotting authenticity on the right. Polished perfection is now a red flag for AI generation. Messiness, fatalism, and little treats are the new signals of humanity. If your brand looks too clean, it looks like a bot.
The social platforms have caught on. The algorithms are now designed to punish generic AI content and reward the human signal. On LinkedIn, it's video-first employee advocacy. On Instagram, the like is dead. The new currency is the send. Success isn't public vanity metrics anymore, it's private residence. Content so human and specific that it gets DM'd to a group chat. That is the only engagement that matters.
This bifurcation hits B2B sales just as hard. The concept of a single lead is dead. You're selling to a buying group that is half silicon. Look at the circle. You have the CTO and the CMO, but you also have the AI agent running interference, analyzing specs, and blocking spam. We are entering the age of agentic ABM, where your content needs to be readable by the AI gatekeeper to ever reach the human decision maker. In a world flooded with AI slop, your content strategy must pivot to cognitive authority. Think of this wax seal as your new standard. If an AI could have guessed your article, it is low value. You need to produce certified human work, original research, contrarian takes, and boots-on-the-ground reporting. We are moving away from volume and towards curiosity detours that prove a human mind was at the wheel. Here is your strategic cheat sheet for 2026. You must become a bilingual brand. On the left, for the human world, you need emotion, messiness, and reality. On the right, for the machine world, you need structure, facts, and schema. You cannot serve the same content to both. You need to optimize for the click with humans and the citation with bots. 2 languages, 1 brand. Ultimately, the mandate for 2026 is captured in this image, the handshake between the wireframe and the robot. We often think we need to humanize our tech, but the winning strategy is actually the opposite. You need to understand the robots well enough to serve them cold, hard protocols, precisely so you can reserve your true warmth and empathy for the humans. Stop playing in the middle. Be data for the machines and be human for the people. Thanks for watching this Imvilla.ai video, made with deck2vid.imvilla.ai and generated from Gemini Deep Research on Marketing Trends in 2026. Graphics by Notebook LLM. Visit Imvilla.ai for more information.